Hey guys, welcome to You the Boss podcast, episode 94. Today we're going to be talking about something that sounds simple, but feels incredibly hard in real life, and that's becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you've ever tried to grow, change, or start over, or level up in any area of your life, you already know this truth. Growth does not feel good at first. It feels awkward. It's kind of uncertain. It feels like you're doing everything wrong. And most people, they stop right there. As soon as something feels a little bit hard or a little bit weird, they stop. They get discouraged. We're going to be talking about the comfort zone trap. I want to start here. Your comfort zone is not a bad place. I know sometimes we see different quotes in movies, on YouTube videos, online, and it's always like growth ends at your comfort zone. And while some of that can be true, it's not a bad place. It's a safe place. It's created because it's familiar. It's predictable. But it is also limiting. Nothing new grows there. There's no new confidence, no new identity, no new opportunities, because your comfort zone is built entirely on what you already know how to do. So if you keep choosing comfort, you keep choosing the same results. And the hard truth to that is you can either have comfort or you can have growth, but you will not have both at the same time. So why do we resist discomfort so much? I've said this time and time again on this podcast that your brain is wired for survival. It is not wired for expansion. So anything that's unfamiliar, it flags it as a threat. That's why starting new feels scary. You know, that first day of a new job, you're like super nervous and jittery and oh, did I do the right thing? Am I starting this job and on a good foot? It makes it that speaking up feels terrifying because it's out of your comfort zone. Changing habits feels exhausting. Your brain is trying to keep you safe, not help you grow. But this is where it gets powerful. Just because something feels uncomfortable doesn't mean it's wrong. It often means that you're stepping into something new. When we stop seeing discomfort as a warning sign and start seeing it as a green light, it gives your nervous system a little something. It tells your nervous system, okay, I'm doing something that matters. I'm doing something that I'm able to do and that I can get through. And we can reframe this a little bit. You know, we can reframe it to say, it's not that I'm nervous. I know that I'm doing something that matters. I'm expanding beyond who I used to be. Discomfort is not the enemy. It is the doorway. And most people turn around right at that door. Sometimes they even close the door themselves. The real shift that happens here changes everything. Confident people aren't comfortable all the time. They've just built a relationship with discomfort. They expect it, they move with it, and they don't let it stop them. So instead of asking, how do I feel comfortable doing this? Why don't you ask, how do I feel better at doing this while feeling uncomfortable? That question will change your life. I'm going to give you a couple of practical ways to build your discomfort muscle. We're going to get practical because this isn't just a mindset, this is a skill. It is a muscle that you need to work on every day. So here are a few ways to start building your tolerance for discomfort. Number 1, do one small uncomfortable thing every day. Not something overwhelming, just something slightly outside your norm. Send the message, share the idea, try the thing. Number 2, stop waiting to feel ready. This one is like holding up a mirror to me. I remember waiting to feel ready to be a homeowner, waiting to feel ready to have a baby. And everyone tells you that you're never ready. You're never really ready. And I didn't listen. And the truth of the matter is that you're not going to feel ready. I wasn't ready to start this podcast. I had this podcast on my brain burner for like literally years. And I wasn't ready when I started it. And I didn't know anything about anything when it came to podcasting. And that's okay. Because as soon as you start action, that creates clarity. But the clarity doesn't come before the action. Number 3, normalize the awkward phase. Every new skill starts with feeling like a beginner. That's not failure, that's the process. Number 4, track courage, not just the results. Did you show up? Did you try? That counts so much more than perfection. There is a payoff here. When you stop avoiding discomfort, here's what happens. You build confidence, not just because things get easier, but because you prove to yourself you can handle hard things. You stop overthinking, you stop hesitating, you start moving, and slowly, what once felt impossible becomes your new normal. These are a few tools to become comfortable being uncomfortable. Number 1, the 5-second rule. When you feel yourself hesitating, count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. The longer you wait, the more your brain talks you out of growth. This helps interrupt overthinking and builds action-taking habits. Number 2, the daily discomfort challenge. Do one thing every day that feels slightly uncomfortable. Maybe it's post the content, start a conversation, ask the question. Say no. Try something new. Small, consistent discomfort builds resilience faster than giant leaps. Number 3, the evidence over emotion journal. I mentioned a lot of journaling in my episodes recently because it's something that I'm venturing myself into and just kind of seeing the proof behind that. And evidence over emotion journal is kind of like your fear shows up and you write it. And you write down, like, what am I afraid of? What evidence actually supports this fear? What evidence says that I'll probably be okay? This helps separate the anxiety from reality. Number 4, the rejection practice. Intentionally put yourself in situations where no is possible. Ask for help, pitch an idea, reach out to someone, apply for something you feel underqualified for. The goal isn't for you to be successful every time. The goal is teaching yourself that rejection won't destroy you. So it is putting yourself out there a little bit more just because you can. Literally just because you can. Number 5, the beginner mindset shift. Instead of saying I'm bad at this, practice saying I'm learning this. Growth requires being willing to look inexperienced before becoming skilled. Number 6, the nervous system reset tools. A lot of discomfort is physical, not just mental. Why don't you try maybe deep breathing, taking some deep breaths, walking without distractions, cold showers, stretching or movement, reducing overstimulation. Sometimes your body needs the regulation before your mind can handle the growth. Some book suggestions for this are Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers, a classic book about moving forward despite the fear. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. This one is more intense, but it's incredibly motivating when it comes to mental toughness and embracing discomfort. I personally have listened to this book on audio instead of reading it. And David Goggins really, he has been through a lot. And if you don't follow him on social media, then you can look him up and just listen to his story and listen to the different things that he's done. If you take anything from this podcast today, let it be this. Discomfort is not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're growing. And the life that you want, the confidence that you want, that version of yourself that you keep thinking about, that you keep envisioning, that you keep putting on your vision board, it's on the other side of the things that you've been avoiding. So lean into it. Get uncomfortable. And watch what happens. I'll talk to you next week.